Hello. Today I'd like to introduce you to what I call the Petrine Principle. And it goes along with our hopularity reflections on God's Word as well as the teaching of the church. And the reason I'm focusing on St. Peter is because he's a representative figure in the Gospels, but particularly in the Gospel of Matthew. Matthew highlights Peter more than the other Gospels do. And all of them, in fact, treat Peter a little differently. Mark is the least sympathetic to him. Luke is the most sympathetic to him. And John puts him in relief with the beloved disciple. So, not in competition, but there's a dualism, so to speak. The beloved disciple and Peter. And it's not, as I said, not adversarial, but it's the Gospel of John really does focus on the teachings of the beloved disciple. And it also exalts Peter in many ways. And that beautiful, showing his restoration after his denials by the risen Lord. And the reason we like to look at Peter is because he's so very human. And the most striking thing we have with him, of course, is his confession of Jesus in Matthew chapter 16 as the Messiah, and Jesus confirming the keys to the kingdom on him. But we also have his fall from grace in the denials. And good biblical commentators, and few would be Fulton Sheen, William Barclay, the Anglican scholar, Cardinal Martini, John Meyer, and Donald Sr., they recognize the way Matthew and the other evangelists portray the great testing that Peter went through. And we have to also recognize that Peter was the only disciple that followed Jesus, albeit at a distance. So it's very important we don't demean him and make light of what he went through. He actually was put to the test. And I'll do a separate reflection on that because it's so important for us. And we have in Matthew's Gospel, Jesus walking on the water and Peter saying, call me, come. And he comes, and then he looks around and is afraid. And so Peter is such a representative figure, and the popes are in the line of Peter. And there's those beautiful expressions from Peter. One from the Gospel of John, feed my lambs, tend my sheep. And then from the Gospel of Luke, calling Peter, when you have turned, when you have recovered from your denials, the strengthener of the brethren. So that works both ways. So throughout these reflections, I'm going to invite you to say some prayers for the Pope and invite the intercession of previous popes, particularly the saints, because the Pope is head of the church, but he's not the whole church. And he symbolizes the communal aspect of Catholic faith, which we will discuss next, as well as the human aspect. Because as Catholics, we look at the Bible in the context of the church, where it in fact evolved. So we'll be fleshing out Peter more as the program goes along in our popular reflections. Peace be with you.